about to do a class trial, and I'm scared. Did our investigation last time, so... Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together? Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? For you guys to go off together, just the two of you?
Huh?
What, are you jealous?
Hey!
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second, he could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself, but... What? We stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen, then 5 minutes became 10. Where is this guy?
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here? Or what? Why would you make us wait?
What?
Jesus. Sweet. Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. What, Kyoko? I feel like Kyoko's not here.
In other words...
He's waiting for everyone to arrive. I knew it! Someone's missing. Kyoko? Where is Kyoko? Sorry, but you're wrong. It's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here.
Hey.
I knew it! I knew it! I'm here and no rules have been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive? No, that's a ghost. Stop talking. You want to fight during the class trial? We need to have some fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later.
Shing!
I'll make sure you're sorry later. Okay, let's go. Finally. Kyoko. So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Right now we gotta deal with the ghost. I told you to stop talking.
Let's go.
Okay. Wait for me. Oh, who knows what might happen to us if we take too long. I'll be happy when the trial is all over. After everyone piled into the elevator, I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Yoko. Okay, so listen, before we get started, I have to ask you, where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you?
Correct.
I went to investigate the 2nd floor of the dorms. The 2nd floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea how a body had been discovered. Then when did you find
out?
Just now. I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first, so I can't go into a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were there.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you're on the 2nd floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other
I
words...
used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? The pickaxe tool?
Just a second!
Okay. Sorry.
Makoto.
Okay.
It would seem...
Okay, let's survive. That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is very important for everyone, right? So why would you say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Okay, let's go for it. Alright. The door slid shut. There's so little people in here. Oh my god. This time, the clothing was now enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In the dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there silent still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but I wasn't It wasn't the illuminating light of hope. Dun, da, da, light, blinding light of despair. Whoa!
I can't wait! I can't wait!
You really outdid yourself, Monokuma. Time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Thrills! Chills!
And so the curtain opens for the 5th time. A deadly dungeon, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Let's finish. Let's do this. Okay, all rise. Okay.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
Yeah,
If you
we know.
keep an I'll punish. Okay, well.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
It's Mukuro.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko! There's no other explanation!
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No! That's a ghost!
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because... she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology!
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
The person looks more tan than her. She's like super pale. Face, there goes gloves, piercing glare, face, gloves.
I got it!
Yeah, so you can't see the
I'm
face
talking
much.
about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
Take off your gloves.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
Yeah.
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion!
You're probably just really stupid and they should have killed you instead of my friend.
I'm not convinced! The ghost is just trying to fool us all!
It's not the way that the corpse was Kyoko, but if I can prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. Uh-oh. Okay, I have to prove that that corpse isn't Kyoko. This is so stupid. I'm mad. Fake nails, tattoo on the right hand. Okay, I think we might have to use tattoo on the right hand.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost!
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it!
Oh no!
Prove
I
she's
didn't
not a
even
ghost!
shoot. Are you kidding me?
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion!
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Cause that corpse is absolutely Kyoko!
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Maybe fake. I don't know. I don't know.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost!
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion!
I think we gotta shoot something
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Cause that corpse is
This entire discussion is idiot.
Gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Screw you! Yeah!
No, that's wrong.
Oh man. That
No,
was pretty easy.
there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
Because she had fake nails on.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
Yeah, probably.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails. Don't you think?
Yeah, stupid.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Shut
If
up.
anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay,
something
so
really
then,
dumb.
who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
Mukuro.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
For anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from here. Okay, let's do it. What do I got in the chamber? Sprinklers, exploded body analysis, tattoo on the right hand. Ooh, probably tattoo on the right hand since we need to identify the body, right?
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
Tattoo on the right
And there
hand.
wasn't any description in the Monokuma
Tattoo on
file.
the right hand. Tattoo on the right
Well,
hand.
if we can't identify the...
No, that's wrong.
Oh man, that's... I hate those pink words.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Shut up.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
What is wrong with you?
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
Whoa. You compare the tattoo to other information we have, and the victim's identity should become clear. Probably this?
I got it!
Yeah?
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
Fenrir?
I've been saying it wrong. Whoops. The image that represents Fenrir is... the wolf, right? Yes, wolf. Wolf? W-O-L-F. Oh, L. W. Sorry, Jesus. F, 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 F. I got it.
Now I understand!
What was there to not
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Yeah.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
A female.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
Wow, that's
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf,
yeah.
which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir.
Doy.
So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
Nope.
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
I mean, yeah.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from... Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Explain.
Who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
She been hiding.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character?
No.
Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Yeah, probably.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
Okay.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Jeez, chill.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record.
What?
The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Well, yeah.
Hammer that point straight into your big ol'
They're the
brains!
ones arguing
What
about
you're
it.
saying
I'm
is
just
that
sitting
both
here.
the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
How, though?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Apparently.
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Me or Kyoko, and it's not
I'm
me.
sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
There can only be two suspects. Makoto and Kyoko, yeah?
I got it!
Yeah.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden,
No one wants
so
to
I
hear
can
your
confirm
explanation, loser.
that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
Alright. Can't let this in. Someone have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
It's not me. It's not.
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took
It'll
place.
probably become clear that it's not
Doing
me.
that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
Like 9.
The one who
right?
saw the body first was Toko,
It
right?
said 9 on the dot.
And she went to go get the pickaxe.
9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been
Wait,
discovered
I
at
need to
9
know that
a.m.,
one.
since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Radio. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, that's...
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night
It might be
and 9 in the
Toko,
morning.
since she went over there.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit. so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock.
I mean, yeah. Also, it could have been Toko. It did say that she was hit with, like, some...
But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
Okay.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Remember having between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Okay, then it looks like the game has begun. If I prove an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during that time, so I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Okay, what do I got? Sprinklers, exploded body analysis, and fragments near dead body. Oh, what do I have? Oh,
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
sprinklers.
and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
No, okay.
Shoot!
I have so many hearts.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock.
Yeah!
No,
I was
that's wrong.
shooting
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right?
Exactly.
So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30,
It would have been wet.
then it should have been completely soaked.
Coco did.
Oh, hold on! I remember this part perfectly.
Or maybe she was covered
The
in tar.
body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Oh,
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
it was.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words!
What?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean?
It's because we
By
water on it.
denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
No.
Man, you're totally wacko.
Yeah.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Okay, I need to prove. It wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence that should do it. Clearly the body itself, that should make it clear. Wait, what? No! Wait. I don't know the controls. Die!
How can you-
Die!
This should prove it.
Oh my god, I almost lost that. My tempo went down.
Just
before
remember
I
what the
should be
body was
lost
like
again.
after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
I hate that. It's so hard.
The top half of the body was wet,
Should
yes.
have made it gentle.
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because
You put a bucket.
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
So I do have an alibi.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So it wasn't
So there's no way
me.
Makoto could have done it! I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you!
Yeah.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Which would mean that Muku are who's to believe it? Kyoko murdered someone?
I'd just like to say one thing.
What?
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
I mean, yeah.
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right,
I
Kyoko?
don't see why she would do that. I feel like she
But
likes
you
it.
made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
Probably. But
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Hey, what? Are you kidding me?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
The tarp, huh?
Interesting. I'm listening.
The tarp.
All it would take is covering the body with a...
With a certain something. The tarp. Yeah.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're
That's not
right.
me.
All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact,
why would the killer
that's
do-
exactly what the killer did.
But I...
The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water.
Yes, but...
The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Exactly, like, why?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Hey, it's not me! Why would Kyoko say that? Why would you want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. The tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But there was no blood on it. But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
Look at how much he
And what
sweat.
might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't say it, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Okay. Or the body, the wait.
By
I don't know why it took me a second to read right, but it was.
the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side...
But if it was dirty on one side, it wouldn't.
is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But I don't know. The body isn't dirty though.
But the underside of the tarp, it was
clean.
totally spotless, right?
I'm not catching on.
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Maybe. Wait, actually.
No,
not
that's
that.
wrong.
I just wanted to shoot. I didn't know what to do. I didn't even
Actually,
know what bullet I had.
one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Okay.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up,
Exactly.
right?
That's what I was thinking first.
Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Hey, be smart though.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Blood was camouflage.
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Right there in the garden, right? That, which must mean... Oh. Maybe it was the chickens.
I got it!
Yeah.
Could it have been chicken blood?
No, the poor
What?
chicken.
Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
Yeah.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Yeah, I know, right?
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
I mean, yeah.
But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that
Explain.
certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
Yes?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
What the heck?
Then that settles it.
It's on backwards?
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred.
All for that. This person was
They wanted us
so
to
it's
think the
definitely
murder
not a girl.
happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
if that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
I mean, yeah, probably.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
Yeah.
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They
Ow.
already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Alright.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Uh-oh.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Hey!
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must
It's
admit,
not me!
Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
It's not me. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. Has been on to the... What? Okay.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one.
I don't know what to do. It's
Makoto's
not-
alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man?
For
Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50
Bruh.
odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No.
No, not that! I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
Yeah.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
Yeah, it was given
The
to
one we
me.
found stuck in the body before it exploded,
It
right?
was given to me.
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
More important. Now we have the knife. What are we gonna do with it? You'll let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway. And...
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Oh no!
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
Oh no, Makoto. We're so done. You gotta tell them what you saw. What we saw. You gotta tell them. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto.
I swear!
Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
It's not me. Considering everything up until now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Oh man. This guy's dead body. Exploded body analysis and fragments near the dead body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
This one, since we just...
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Yeah.
It really is,
What
isn't
about
it?
it? You wanna fight?
I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
No.
Just because I had the knife once? That automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question.
Wait, no. It
You
was
took that
it was
knife
that.
of yours and
What a horrible
was
man
that.
you are, Makoto.
It was that! It was stabbed. It was just... It was stabbed.
The knife we found, it's the same. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that seals it! Just because I had that automatic...
well, getting stabbed is what killed.
Yeah, I knew it.
No, that's wrong!
Take that! Wait, wrong game.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro.
Yeah, exactly, because it was disguised. Bum-ba-da-ba.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body,
I'm acting suspicious now. But
the
I feel
knife
like
had
he's
been
too
thrust
dumb to come
through
up
the
with
coat
something.
along with the body.
Yeah.
Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Exactly.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Bruh. We could have stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see. This?
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
I think it's Kyoko.
They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Might have been Toko
The
then.
explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her.
Yeah, you know
It was
what? I don't
all
know,
the
kid.
killer's attempt to
I don't know.
destroy all evidence of their crime.
So
Maybe
they
it was
wanted us
pressing
to
too
notice
long.
the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question.
I think it's
It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
they
If you
used the
bothered
bomb.
to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
Okay, shut up.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on
Why
this.
do I gotta do it? There's only one explanation I can think of. Bomb. Where's the bomb? Where is bomb? Where bomb? Bomb where? Oh, it might have. Yeah, it should be noted that. Yeah,
I got it!
yeah.
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right?
Sorry, these
That
shit's so
fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course,
long. It's from Monokuma.
we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's part of a bomb.
Plot twist.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like
Dude, you want them
we
to
need to
suspect
think
you
this
again?
through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
that's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
Alright, what ultimately killed the victim? I need to concentrate. Okay. Oh, we only get Monokuma File 5. That's easy enough.
Then shall
Oh shoot, we're gonna have to memorize something, huh? In that case. What actually killed her? Well,
the victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined,
Wait,
correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right?
Come on, give
And
it.
then
Give it to me.
there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Dang it.
Shoot!
Oh shoot, my health is really low. Maybe.
The victim's fatal injury has
I
yet
think
to be
it's-
determined.
The
it's
explosion
the other
didn't
way
kill-
around.
yeah.
And it wasn't then.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
And then.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet...
Right? Yeah!
No, that's wrong.
I did it like the opposite. Didn't even make sense.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
Exactly.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
That was the explosion. Probably.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh! I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
Jeez.
I feel the same way! Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Huh? Real murder weapon. I don't know. Is it this? They don't look that thick, so... What else would it be?
I got it!
That's right, yeah?
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something.
Oh shoot. What-
And
I
that's
got
what
that.
killed her.
This is the only other
And that
thing.
something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
An arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kinda weird.
Hey!
So shut
How
up.
dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I'm just saying you're kind of dumb. I don't blame Hina for doubting it because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. What? Give me a break. Bloody duct tape, wood block key, titanium and arrows.
The titanium
Probably
arrow.
duct tape, right? We're probably gonna have to use
It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, 'cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Maybe that. I
Talking
think we might
back
have
to
do that.
Master! You have no right!
I think it might be that with the
The
bloody duct
titanium,
tape.
it was in the dojo. I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound
Well, 'cause in it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe. It seems like an arrow would just be...
Yes!
No, that's wrong.
Thank goodness. Why would they duct tape all the arrows together? That seems kind
You're right.
of...
Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Man. Alright,
Another weapon?
out with it, sir.
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape.
And it was bloody.
The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together.
Nice.
Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
Yeah?
And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
Whoa.
One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
I love Aesop's Fable.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker,
Kyoko.
it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Literally, I went
Because
in
we
there.
have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Yep, yes, sir. Yes, sir,
oh.
we do. Yes, sir, we do.
What? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you
yeah.
cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to.
Death.
The death of us all. Remember?
I mean, I know. I remember. I mean, I'm fine with killing
of
Kyoko.
course I remember.
Could care less.
Then show us. Show
Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. The thing. I know this one. This.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is
Dun, 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 dun.
right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
It was in your room.
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime.
Pretty obvious.
This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
Yeah, what's
No,
your deal, Makoto?
it's not that I want to defend her. It's just... there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
Tell me why.
Last
Why were you
night,
in my room?
you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
Gasp. Does that mean she... was protecting me from that person? And she came to my rescue? Could that be when... which mean that Kyoko killed her for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know?
Maybe it was him. I don't know. Yakuza should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Why do I have to do something? Why did you make Yakuza do something? Obviously, I wouldn't know. The body was found. I might have to copy.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
Actually, I feel like he would have.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
I don't know.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
Someone said like no proof.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya,
No proof.
what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Yeah?
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Oh, because you had the key.
Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant.
I see.
And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threat? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. Mastermind's trap. Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? What? What if that's not really true? Kyoko said something like, "What did you do to my body?" And I'm still wondering about that. What should I do? It's going upside down. The Mastermind's trap. What is going on? The victim was Mukuro and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie? I'm the only one who knows it's a lie? I'm the only one who can expose it, but who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? Mastermind's trap. Oh, do I have to choose whether I'm gonna expose her or not? If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but that risk means solving the mystery. We have no choice. Am I wrong? Oh. What do we do? I decide right here and expose her lie. Oh my gosh. I can't save. I have to choose. Oh my gosh. Run away. Run away. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. Oh, I really don't feel like she's the killer. I'm gonna let it go. That might be a really bad choice, but I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. Oh my god. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see.
Oh no.
So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
Yes.
But who else could it have been?
You.
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time.
That's tough.
I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
Hey, leave me alone.
Had to
Leave
be.
me
I don't see any other option.
I swear.
Wait a second. You've got it all
You
wrong.
had to have seen it on the table.
Let's think
when we
about it
walked
one
in.
more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Please
A
don't.
hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
What, the star power background? Is that what you said?
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind
He's
set for
yelling.
us.
He's really
So
scared.
that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
Oh no, he looks so scared. Oh, poor Makoto. I kind of feel bad.
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
Excuse
So then,
me?
it's time for voting time, okay?
No!
Everyone,
Wait!
please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Stop! Stop! I swear, oh my god, no, oh no, oh no, oh no, it's, oh no. Oh, I got a bunch of A's. I didn't get any coins. It didn't give me coins. Oh wait, yes it did, okay. Wait.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Everyone's gonna vote
Hey,
me.
hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I'm sorry, Makoto. I should have exposed. I should have exposed it. Please, no. No! No! Wait! But it wasn't me. What? You think I'm the killer?
Sorry.
No! It's not me! It's not me! Everyone, you're wrong! You've got it all wrong! I didn't do it!
Yes, indeed.
Good job!
Yep.
What? I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. The whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
I killed him? How?
Shing!
I'm gonna end it the same way.
Chills! Chills! Kick!
Punishment? Wait, what? Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
You set me up! What do you mean?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
No! Wait! Wait! No, wait! Makoto! No! Please, no! Stop! Stop it! It wasn't me! I swear it wasn't me! It wasn't me! Please, you can't do this to Makoto! No! No! Please, no! Oh, this is like the opening thing. I swear it wasn't me! I swear to God! Please, no! It wasn't me! What if I'm dying, then how, what, where, what? After school lesson? Please stop, please stop, please stop. Makoto! Makoto! Oh my god, no, it can't be. I don't understand. I was, the whole time, it wasn't. Where is the... Please. Stop. 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 Please. Oh my god. Chihiro? Stop, please! Stop! No! How is he still sitting like that? It couldn't have been me! How? I don't understand. What? What's going on? Was that? It had to be.
This is...
She saved me? When he invaded my network? I don't believe this.
It would seem...
You finally made a miscalculation?
What the heck?
In other words,
You shouldn't have underestimated us. What are you talking about? Like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. Pinch an inch. Got it? And so, maybe I didn't get a smash and flat, but you're never gonna see him again.
Yeah!
Where did I go? I'm so confused. What perspective am I in? What is my POV? Am I just watching from the sidelines now? I don't understand, but I didn't kill anyone. But that doesn't make any sense. What is
Calm
going
down.
on? It's okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time.
in other words,
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What
What are you
did
talking about?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. I don't understand what's going on. Is Makoto okay? Makoto! Wait. And this bustling, it's like the school stands as the center of the entire world? What? Excuse me? Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. I don't understand. What's going on? 2 things you need to attend the school. Alright, you have to be the very best at what you do. I don't understand what's going on. Was me. What? Speaking. Nah. What? Wake up. Makoto, you're okay? Talk to me, Makoto! Where am I? I feel like I've unwillingly gotten attached to Makoto just because I play him. Woke up with my head resting on the top of a hard wooden desk. I was literally hyperventilating when he was about to die. And now I'm feeling really lightheaded. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing to sleep here just now? What the heck is going on? Yeah. Oh. What? Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. Dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in it. Traps was piled high all across the area. This would be some kind of... Oh, hey, look, it's the rocket from the beginning of the game. Some kind of underground garbage pit? A heck of a situation to find myself in. I can't believe Alter Ego saved me. I love him. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in here till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. What's with the door? Maybe I can search for a key? Maybe, all too well what happened. Chihiro saved me. Or Alter Ego, I love you! And he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. Oh, that's so sweet. I love him. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. With that, my pursuit of survival began. Started looking for a way out. Hello! What is going on? Oh my god. Okay, I guess this is what I'm doing. Just search. Is that an airplane? Huh? Oh, I guess it is. How'd something like that end up in the school's garbage pit? I don't know, man. This is, a weird situation to be in. This is a desk. Probably the one that fell down here with me. How are you alive, Makoto, if you fell? It's locked, of course. There's not even a doorknob! How are you gonna make doorknob sounds? No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't gonna be that easy. If I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, just go to sleep. Oh, look for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. That was pointless too. Guess you're just gonna have to eat it. Search for some water. I'm gonna be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea. Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides, but that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. Chihiro saved me, or alter ego. Ah! I dropped my phone. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was sleep. Go to sleep, yes. Was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed, and all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, when I fell from the sky, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. What, a way out? Food. Is that food? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. Also, an odd shape. Did something fall over there? Something fall from above? What could it have been? Well, why don't you look, Makoto? Open it. Food?
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Oh!
It smells awful.
You good? You should probably wipe off all of those noodles. Kyoko,
Indeed.
you look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing
So,
here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me.
hey,
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Ooh, thank you! I snatched the bread and water she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. Whew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up yet, then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Okay. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So,
To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone. Atone?
you,
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I...
indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. You don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. Exactly. I mean, honestly, Makoto, she did you dirty. You're trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However,
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
it's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words,
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason.
correct. In other words,
So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
indeed.
That's right, at least I did once. Once. Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible. Amnesia? Then it really is true? You lost your memory?
Makoto,
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? First thing? We woke up, yeah. I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
that's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that? Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose, my ability. Somehow, they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However,
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to this mystery of this school and the mastermind, which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
why is that?
If I did that, we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big of a deal of it, it's just a possibility. Since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? Mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself. But what if someone decided to kill the person who was actually the mastermind?
However,
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but... Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything.
Oh yeah, he had a weird
My
dream.
goal isn't to get out of here.
It's to find out why you're in here.
It's
Oh,
to stay here.
I forgot. Yeah. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for the help right away, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own, so how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I still think there's a lot of I don't remember. But at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. What, you were a detective? Yeah. The ultimate detective?
Correct.
Obviously. There was someone I had to find here in this school. To find someone who?
So,
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father! What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Yoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way.
Huh?
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
no matter what,
No matter the cost.
So,
Okay. Couldn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
however,
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear, so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there?
so,
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk's drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
it's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using a key I found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile in that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed if that were true, the room that would most likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like, the part of the school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean? I just realized, I've been recording for a long time, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. We're gonna continue this in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!